Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Can I beg to move that the amendment standing in my name on the order paper be moved? The Conservative Party will always be the party of business, but we are pro-business and pro-worker. Not least because many of us on this side of the House have been both workers and people who have started and grown our own businesses. Those who have are the first to appreciate the symbiotic relationship between the two. That is why we acted during our time in office to improve workers' rights in several areas. Flexible working, parental leave, redundancy protections, making sure workers keep the tips left for them by their customers, and significant increases to the national living wage. I myself started my first significant business back in 1992, which over 3 decades we grew to become a national business, employing hundreds of people. We valued every one of those people. We were a Sunday Times Best 100 company to work for and an invest in people. I absolutely believe that business is a force for good and that business people do great service to our communities and the wider economy. As Winston Churchill put it, they are the strong horse that pulls the whole cart. The question I ask myself now is, when this legislation is in place, would I start that small business again today? Sadly, the answer would probably be no. Certainly not one that employed any people. That is because the very high costs of these measures will be borne by all companies, which will then be passed on in the form of higher prices, reduced wages and lost jobs. But they will fall most heavily on small businesses for whom these measures could be existential. In their own impact assessment, it acknowledges that this will mean price rises for consumers and job losses. 40% in the impact assessment, 40% of firms in the survey said prices would go up. 17% said they will reduce the number of employees. That's hundreds of thousands of jobs at risk. But the criticism of this bill does not stop there. The Institute of Fiscal Studies has warned this bill risks lower employment rates and lower wages for employees. The Local Government Chronicle warned this bill will place financial pressure on councils. The Recruitment and Employment Confederation said this bill will fuel long and complex litigation. The Financial Times has warned this bill is causing a deep unease amongst business leaders. In short, jobs down, wages down and prices up.